Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
I'm Fidgety Mike.
Yes, you are. And today is Sunday Funday. So, what are we doing today for Sunday Fun? You ever try to talk and have somebody just distracting you in the corner of your eye?
I'm good at it.
Welcome to my world. So, today for Sunday Funday, I figured we'd pick some big bottles up just to see on, because some of them we paid some decent money for, and I want to see price. They're all right around 100 proof, so I want to see how they come out. We haven't drank these in a while, even though this is way down. I don't know who's been drinking this. You've been drinking this? So this is Knob Creek.
It's a pain in the ass to get out of the box.
Because it's in a box. That's why I leave it in there so I don't drink it. This is Knob Creek 18. That comes in at 100 proof. We got this for $169 even. So this is the Four Roses. This one actually, the single barrel we have. We got it for $49.99. Again, 100 proof. This has been doing very well in blinds, and I wanted to put this up just to see against this. This is the Joseph Magnus, the regular straight bourbon whiskey. This is a triple cask, just like the thing. This comes in at 100 proof. We got this for $89.99. And this one Mike got right before Christmas time last year. This is Johnny Drum. It comes in at 101. This is from the Willett Distillery. And I don't remember being overly impressed with it when we cracked it. So I'll be curious to see how it...
either. I don't think I did not like it, but...
It didn't wow us in any way. You know what I mean?
Right
so we got it for $42.99. So I wanted to put some bottles. These three I haven't put in a blind in a while. I want to see how they do. You know what I mean? So there it is. Normal mash mix-up rules. We're going to start. Mike pours them. I'm out of the room. He leaves the room. I mix them up. We will be drinking the same thing at the same time. You'll know what we're drinking because I'm going to put on... we should be, but we will be, but... Whether we think we are or not, who knows? So we're going to start with glass number one. I don't know why I put my glasses on. I don't need that C right now. Ooh. Glass number one. I think he was having a stroke over there for a second. What's going on? What the hell's going on?
I was listening to you. Usually you're longer, so and then I get in trouble for fiddly fucking around.
You're Captain Fidget over there. I started thinking, did the camera screw up? Like, what happened?
No, it didn't. It didn't.
Freeze frame. Let me put it in.
It was a popular song.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a crazy jumping nose right off the bat.
That I'm currently singing in my head. You can't say that word.
That was two of us.
You can't say that word without thinking of ding 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 ding. But yeah. And I got the whole beat going in the background. So if I'm
gonna help
over
you?
here. Nope. This ain't bad tasting wise.
Taste wise is way better than nose wise.
I always feel bad for glass number one.
And they're always 100. So
yeah, well,
this is not gonna.
We're
not gonna go there.
Yeah. I always feel bad for glass number one too because you got nothing to bounce off of it. That's why I think it's always good to go one way and then come back the other way because I think it makes a big difference because it changes your taste.
I'm not just disappointed in it.
No, it's solid. Whatever
it's got pretty good legs.
I didn't think we're gonna dislike any of these. I don't believe we do. The only thing that we were a little negative on was the price. You know what I mean? You get in the wow factor out of them all. So, oh, this one has a little bit darker, richer nose on this one. To me, than the first one.
You know how you always put it in your eye? I gotta stuff it up my nose for some reason. I don't know what the hell's going on.
The whole depth of perception.
Yeah, I put these glasses on so I can see here and I can't see here.
I think I told that story one time before, but
the nose is very more pronounced in two than one.
Wait till you taste it. So, quick version of a story. We were hiking at the. We were hiking in the.
Am I in this one?
Oh no, this was. This is a family one.
You're
talking about depth perception, and it made me think of it when you just did it. My mind just went blank. Bryce Canyon. We're hiking. We had a night hike. We got picked. Yeah, this was leaps and bounds better than the first one. And so. We had a hike in Bryce Canyon, a night hike with the rangers. The moon lit the whole thing up. It was absolutely gorgeous. If you can ever do it, one of my favorite places out there anyways. But back to depth perception. We get done the hike, and the rangers had this humongous telescope, and they have us looking at Saturn, and they had to set it all in, and you could see the three moons around Saturn. You could see the rings around Saturn. One of the coolest things I've ever done. So we're waiting in line to do it. My son gets up. He goes over to do it. Doesn't he go, bonk? Hits the telescope, moves it all over there. So I'm like, really, Ryan? Like, what's wrong with you? This and that. So they fix it. He looks. Okay.
They get with a noose around his neck saying, don't hit.
2 seconds later, I go to do it. Like, my knee gives out. I'm like, bonk. I do the same thing. I'm like, yeah, that's my son. I'm sorry. They got to fix the camera again. So, apple tree. You know what I mean? It was funny. I was like making fun of Ryan. And I did the same thing. It was freaking dark. You can't see where the eyepiece is. Bonk. He hit your eye. So funny. But, all right, let's go back to whiskey.
Probably not for the guy setting everything up.
It was amazing how clear of a picture it made, though. It was, this telescope was humongous too, and they just had it set up in the parking lot.
This nose is actually pretty good.
It's actually very good. It's making me realize how inferior 1 was. Just having the sip on number 3. Not inferior, but like in flavor profile. I can't wait to go back to it because these two seem to dominate over what Glass 1 was so far. You don't have to agree, but that's
no.
My assessment.
I'm just doing a mental thing in my head. Is all.
I think
don't mind me.
I think I lost you a couple of times in the episode so far.
I'm in heavy concentration. Mm-hmm. I'm listening to your story, giggling at that.
I'm not even paying attention. That's what I'm gonna have to concentrate on the way back. I still think I like 2 a little bit better than 3. I think it had a fruity profile that I wasn't ready for. But those 2 are much better to me than what 1 brought.
It's definitely much better. And this, I almost want to say 2 was maybe a little smoother than 3.
I'll have to go back when we knick-knack and stuff. But coming back the other way.
This one has another extra flavor, too. That had...
See, and I thought...
My 2 had a little more oak end finish.
I thought it had a fruit in the front and oak in the back with it. This one was a little less of that, but we'll see when we come back on it because it'll be coming off at 3, and then I'll pay attention. I won't be in the middle of the story. That was very funny, though. If you could ever get out there, not only is Bryce Canyon, don't get me wrong, I like Zion, and we didn't do Arches when we were out there, but such beautiful country out there anyways if you get it's out in Utah. But Bryce Canyon, hands down, even during the day.
What state?
I believe it's in Utah.
Well,
that's where Arches, yeah. Utah's a really cool state. You go to the north section, it's all like woods and get Salt Lake City and stuff like that. It's all a whole day, and then you get lower and it's more deserty and it's absolutely beautiful.
Nose 4 is not too bad.
No, you're right. Again, I didn't think I was going to dislike any of these. You get it by Salt Lake City too. You get the salt flats that go on for miles and miles, and it is salty. I tasted it. That is some nasty water, but
you can float like a bastard.
That's what they say. They say cars float in it. No, we didn't go in it. We went to Antelope.
I went to the Dead Sea.
They had a herd of buffalo that they let loose with a thing, and they thin them out and stuff.
I can tell you this: if you go to the Dead Sea, don't do what they say and jump in there, because then you got another bus ride for like another 2 hours. The saltiest water in the world.
Yeah.
In a wet bathing suit.
Nice.
Not a good thing.
No.
And then walking in the desert.
Yeah. No.
What do you think of chafing?
Well, I can only imagine. What do you think of 4?
I don't mind it. I'm almost maybe moving that ahead of 1.
Oh no, I agree with that 100%.
Right now, I'm kind of 2, 3, 4, 1 is.
This was very good too. I'm gonna have to pay attention more on the back. No more stories. Sorry about that if you're enjoying my stories, and if you're not, I apologize for the fact that I just told them all. But I haven't thought of it in a while. But when you said depth perception, that's exactly what popped into my head.
Well, I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't get everything here. I hit my nose hit. You get it in your eye. I don't know how you do that.
I'm good like that. So, all right. So we're gonna take a break. Yeah, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna cleanse our palate. We'll be back in 1 second for you.
1 second.
We are back. We're gonna start on the right, work our way left. I'm sure they're all cranking now.
Look how. Ooh, perfectly. I did that.
What?
To the right, to the left.
Yeah.
You're in sync now? Super caramel.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they definitely woke up.
This one very much woke up.
I got to try to figure out what I'm actually drinking. I don't think I'm going to be able to pick because I really don't go back to any of these.
I think Four Roses was the last one we've done.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of them I don't touch.
Right, but they went in blinds. It's not like we just drank it. You know what I mean? These are all blinds. That's it. Like I don't go back to any.
I don't even open them.
No, I keep the 18 in the box to keep me away from it. I'm not gonna lie. That's what it worked for
That's
Bookers.
amazing.
It worked for Bookers all them years. So
It did actually work for
It did.
Bookers, though. And now they sit over there. What's funny, they sit over there, open as can be, and I never grab one.
And I do the same thing, but I purposely stay off of them because of the fact that in case I want to revert back. But they're low though. We put them in a lot of stuff too. I got to stop putting them in more blinds actually.
I'm actually enjoying this.
Whatever this is,
I
know you won't be able to see it, but there are legs for days.
I won't move where I'm at right now on my little planet. But
the only thing I think this
like
is lacking compared to these two is it has a beautiful flavor, but it's a quicker finish. Like it doesn't hang on as long. I'm going to see if that's the case.
And that
I'm going off of memory, but
that's not probably far off the track.
it is absolutely delicious when you drink it.
So
it just goes away quick. But I'm going to see what now. I'm going to
Three's
see.
nose really is jump. I think actually
I like
two's nose actually might be. I mean, four's nose might be stronger than.
This one's darker to me. That one was a little bit brighter.
I don't get this. I don't have a light bright in my nose.
I know it makes no sense, but in my head it makes perfect sense. Dark and light. I agree with you, but it's just something in my head.
I was pretty good at light bright, but I don't have that in my nose.
It's a difference though. When I mean that, it's like whether you have like butter or brown butter. You know what I mean? There's a complexity. It's a darkness, like it's overcooked.
This one, 3 seems to stick around a little bit longer though in the taste.
100% agree with that. That's what I said. 4 was very good. 3 has a better viscosity and a better
4 was very good.
It hangs on longer. It has a little bit longer finish. And I want to say 2 is going to do even more than that. That's what I remember on the way here.
That's how I have
it.
it.
So,
and I want to say I think 2 was like super smooth.
there is a fruitiness in the front of on 3 too that I like a little bit more than 4, I think. But I am going to agree with you. I'm going to put 3 a little bit ahead of 4 right now.
There's a little bit of a twist in this nose.
Yeah, so,
It's caramel-esque, but it has something else with it.
yeah, an apple.
No, I'm missing the apple.
It's like a caramel apple in the front. I'm getting a fruit, and I could get like a caramel apple in the front of this one.
This one definitely hangs on longer.
That's what I remember on the way there. Even though it was a middle of a story,
And it has a very oak finish.
there is a nice oak presence in that one too.
Yeah.
I do think I like this. I still think I'm going to want to go 1 to 4 though, just for fun. I mean 2 to 4 on this. We might have to knick-knack for a minute. It doesn't matter. It's no time for you guys, but just to solidify the fact that they're in the order I want. But
I'm 3-2. I mean,
I'm 2, 3, 4 myself. I agree. I just want to see if between the two of them, if it's going to make a difference.
If anything, right now, for me, it's going to be probably 1 and 4.
1 and 4.
And
I'm going to go out on a limb and say, I think this is the Johnny Drum because it's giving me that Willet vibe. It's giving me that. Not that it's bad, but I'm getting a hint of that grassy smell that I get sometimes, and I don't know if it's just in my head because it's where the bottle is. But it's giving me that little
and for
smell.
me, I'm leaning towards the 4 Roses myself, but
And it could be. I don't taste it. Like, know how we've had adverse effects to a lot of the Willet products, but
no, this one's still not to me.
no. So on the palate too, it breaks a little bit. Like it comes way weaker than the. It reminds me of that bee out of Elijah. It's not bad. It just doesn't. It doesn't hold up with the rest of them. You know what I'm saying?
No, it has a totally different little.
Yeah, way
flavor.
off profile than the rest of these 3 that that aren't even the same, but they have a similar flavor compared to this one. This drinks on its own.
For my guess, then I'm thinking it's 4 Roses, 18, Joseph, and this is Johnny Drum.
Okay. Well, what we're going to do real quick, I'm going to take a break. I just want to
We have to because I'm still thinking
which way. So we're going to make sure we solidify which way we like best, and I'll give you what I think they are when we come back. We'll be back in a sec.
I can start off. You should see how many times these bottles have rolled around back and forth.
Again,
counterpart over here is very
The
confused.
funny part is because I always like to be right, and I can't guess the bottle.
Yeah, because I hate to lose.
I know for sure. I know which is best to worst, but it doesn't make sense in my head that the bottles I'm picking are the bottles that they are. But I will tell you, glass number 2 has the fruitiest out of all of them, which makes me think it should be there. So in my head, I think it's the Johnny Drum, I think it's the Magnus, I think it's Knob, and I think it's Four Roses. But if I was going to go with which ones I think should win, this is the most expensive. It should win. That should be 2, but I get a nut out of 4. I don't care what the bottles are. I gave up on that because it was making me crazy, and I kept going back and forth. You should have seen me.
We're gonna end this one over what?
The bottom.
We got a wear pattern in the table over here.
No matter what the bottles are, the bottom line is we both agree on the taste. 2 wins, 3, 4, then 1. So we're gonna go right into what they actually.
I'm gonna go back to. So my guess is Four Roses is here, Woodford is here, Joseph is here, and Johnny Drum is back here.
All right, so we're gonna see.
We'll see.
I did. Number 1 has it's one of them that it drinks so off profile with the other 3. It's
Definitely
drinks on
that.
its own. It was so good when we drank it the first way. Coming back, it was like no, which makes me think it's the Willet. But we're gonna see, and it doesn't matter again what bottles what. This is definitely the lineup that took it. So our last place one. You got the right side of your pad over there?
I'm ready, sir. I'm ready.
Our last place one was in glass number 1, and it's what you poured in glass number 4.
Glass number 4 was Johnny Drum.
Okay, so it was the Willet one, and that does come off with this grassy, weird flavor.
And I did say I might have 4 in 1.
So all right, so our third place one what was in glass number 4. So it's what you poured in glass number 2.
Four Roses.
Ooh, I'm 2 for 2 on that one. So our second plate glass, what was in
2. Oh yeah, got it.
Our second place glass is what was in glass number 3, and it's what you poured in glass number 1.
Magnus.
Okay, so that's funny because that means the Knob Creek not only won, it came out with the fruitiest flavor, and I don't even know how that even could happen, and that was the only thing. So Knob Creek 18 definitely it has the biggest concentration of flavor, hands down. But I was getting a fruit today, which I never usually get. Or
to me, it had the ease of the drink. It was not. It had a very, very nice oak finish.
Yep,
and it was an easy drink. So
I usually get a nut out of like the Knob though, and I didn't get any of that. But it had the best viscosity and the best finish.
Yes,
easily on all of them.
The sad part is it is
crazy money.
$169.
And if we're gonna go sad part, this is the second most expensive one at the $89. But it did hold its own. 2 and 3 were very close.
89 is better than 169.
No, I understand that. But you know what? As an alternative, $49.99. This was right on its heel too. The only one that really came out was that
it did stand out. I had them ass backwards, so I did say I might have those so far.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's Sunday Funday. If you want to see a future Sunday Funday, leave a comment down below. I know there is a couple of them. Some of them that you guys suggested, though, we no longer have the bottle, or we hadn't cracked the bottle yet. It's over in the sack. So
it's in the re-get.
There is a chance that happened also. So again, leave a comment down below if there's bottles we have behind that you'd like to see. Other than that, these were 4 bottles that I haven't gone back to in a long time, and you know what? I like to put the big money bottles up to make sure it did win again. As much as we complain about it, it's 2 for 2 and winning. So
yes.
And but there you go. This was a battle of the hundreds.
We got another one coming in down the road.
Right. So that being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.
Subscribe. Two's really not that far off.